Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, Microscope Beauty. We haven't done this view in a while, but today I wanted to share with you how I plan. And it's actually pretty simple. I follow 5 steps every single week to set up my planning, to make sure I'm organized, and to know exactly what I need to do for the week ahead. So let's get started. It's basically going to be a plan with me as I walk through the 5 steps that I like to do. The first thing I do is pre-planning. So even before I get to the week, if there are any events or information that I need to put down, I'll use sticky notes and pre-plan out everything that I want to put in this week or things that I don't want to forget. If you watched my 5 more weird things planner addicts do video, then you know pre-planning to me is essential but also very strange because you use sticky notes before you use stickers and all of that jazz. So this is the pre-planning I have done for this upcoming week. And it's not too crazy. I do have a lot of things for Thanksgiving and Black Friday planned out, but other than that, it's a pretty open week. This varies depending on how busy my schedule is. If I have appointments, there will be more sticky notes on the week than others. But I also have a lot of things that I just do every week that I don't use sticky notes for. So once my pre-planning is done, I like to set up my standard stickers, the things that I put down basically in the same place every single week. So this week I'm going to be using the newly reformatted Otters kit from Oh Hello Stationery. I thought about using something Thanksgiving, but I haven't used this Otters kit in so long and I just reformatted it like yesterday. So I wanted to use it, and I think otters are pretty festive and pretty Thanksgiving-y. I lost the otter sheet there. So this is the new reformatted kit. So I'm going to use this. So I just go through and do the same thing every single week. If you haven't seen my Plan With Me's in a while, I've actually moved them over to our Oh Hello Stationery Co. YouTube channel. So definitely follow that if you want to see more regular Plan With Me's from me. But this is kind of what I do every time I start a Plan With Me, or even if I'm not filming one, I do the same setup every week. And I just find that it makes things so much easier if I know the basic setup of my spreads, I know what to put where. So I'm not changing up how I'm planning that often because it's all just the same basic spread every single week. You think though that since I've done this for so many weeks that I'd be good at putting this washi strip down, but this is the hardest part for me, is lining this stuff up. So they're actually made in these smaller size like strips because you can put them at the top of the planner of the hourly if you want to use them up here, or you can combine them together like I am and they fit at the bottom of the vertical planner. So they're kind of adaptable depending on what planner you use, but I really like how they look next to each other once I get them lined up. Some patterns are easier to line up than others, and I might just have to live with this being slightly off. But since I don't really get my day started before 9 a.m., I can cover up this section no problem and use it for like videos or other things that I like to track that don't have specific time frames. The way I figured out what my week-to-week standard sticker layout looked like was I just put stickers down in places that made sense for that particular day. Usually on Mondays, I do a lot of things in the morning, and then throughout the rest of the day, I don't have too much stuff, so a decorative box is fine there. I could always put a sticker on top of it if I wanted to. On Tuesdays, I like to film in the middle of the day, so I tend to put the box a little bit higher, and it kind of just came out on its own. So if you want to figure out how to get your standard setup of stickers, if you're not sure what works for you, first you have to think about what your weeks usually look like. Mine are basically the same thing. The weekends tend to vary, but a lot of the things during the week stay the same. So that helped me decide where to put all of my decorative boxes so that they weren't in the way, but also that they were staggered in a nice pattern so they're not all up at the top or in the same spot throughout my planner. So just figure out what times of days that you usually have events and leave those blank, or if you want to highlight them with the decorative box, put that box there so you can put like a half box on top of it. I figured out that this system worked best for me. Over the series of a couple of months, I just started to realize I was putting stickers in the very similar places. So I actually went back and looked at my past spreads and saw that there was definitely a pattern of where I put all of my boxes. And acknowledging that pattern actually helps me feel a lot more organized when I plan, and also makes my planning process a lot faster. I'm not trying to figure things out every single week. I'm not reinventing the wheel. I already know what works for me. Of course, it's totally fine if your system has to change a particular week. I know that on Saturday we're going to be driving to Port Huron across Michigan. So usually I put this box a little bit higher, but I actually dropped it down a little bit lower because I know I'm going to have a road sticker. So that kind of thing you just figure out as you go along. But if you have a really crazy all over the place schedule, this may not work for you. Your standard sticker setup might change a lot more. But if you're like me and do basically the same thing every week, figuring out this system is a huge help. So right now I'm just cutting off the Saturday and Sunday on the day of the week box, and putting it over on the sidebar because I like to use this for blog posts, and I only post Monday through Friday. So being able to figure out if a sticker needs to be adapted or changed for your own purpose is another thing that I think goes along with your standard sticker setup. Is trying to make sure that your stickers work for you instead of just including the full box, because I don't use those 2 days. You cut it down a little bit and then it's the perfect sticker. So I'm just finishing up putting down all the stickers I like to use every week. I used to put a checklist on the sidebar, but we're actually switching up when we do new releases. So I don't need that, because we aren't going to be doing releases every single week anymore. We're actually going to do one big monthly release. There'll be more information on that on the OHLO YouTube page and in the newsletter and everything. If you're like, what? That's crazy. You haven't changed in 3 years. Very true. But we are switching things up, trying something new. I'm also putting down some of these little label stickers. I think I'll probably only do one OHLO video next week. So just one of those go up there. And then I take these little doodads, these little labels, and I put them on on Wednesday and Friday, because that's when I post my videos. Then I'm going to go in with some of these novel coffee stickers. I use these every single week, so I consider them part of my standard setup, even though they're a little bit more decorative and they're not in the full kit. I'm gonna use so everything I'm doing right now I consider part of my like basic setup. Going in with these Erica G Designs little YouTube stickers. Then every week I also add in this sticker from May Cause Memories. Then if there's a holiday, I will add a sticker up there in the top section to cover that holiday, and I'm going to use these novel coffee ones. She just came out with these, and I love how simple they are and streamlined, but they still make holidays stand out a little bit more. So I'm going to just put that one up there and then fix it because I put it down crooked, which is basically what I do all the time. She also has a color-coded one that matches the monthly colors of the Erin Condren, but I personally like the black one because then I can use in my traveler's notebook as well. So that was all of step 2. To me, step 2 is the longest step in my 5-step planning process, and it really helps to set up my week, to get me thinking about what I need to do each week and to figure out how I need to incorporate everything that I need to do into my planner. So step 3 is where I put down all of the information on the sticky notes. That way I have all the big events down and I know what is happening when, so I can fit in all of these smaller tasks I like to do each week around these bigger events. So I added in a half box with Family Thanksgiving on it, and then a little sticker from Willow Fields. I'm trying to make it match my otters theme so it doesn't stand out too much. I realize it's a little unconventional to do otters for Thanksgiving week, but I'm pleased with it. I'm happy with it. On Friday is our weekly kit weekend sale and also our Black Friday sale. So there is going to be a early bird coupon code. It's actually early bird, and you save 25% if you're one of the first 100 people who order. at midnight on Friday, and there's a bunch of other stuff. So if you're curious about the Oh Hello sale and everything, definitely go join the Oh Hello Facebook group. I will link it below if you want to see all the information, because there is a sampler pack thing and more photos about the weekly kit weekend and all of that. So I'm just going to use another half box. I really like half boxes so that the bigger events stand out in my planner a lot more. Although the sale starts at midnight, I'm just going to put it at the top of Friday and then include one of these sale stickers I made for myself to help the whole thing stand out a little bit more. And then on Saturday, we are going to Alex's parents' house for the Benda Thanksgiving. So I'm going to grab one of these road stickers because I left some space for it. Put that right up there and then add a car to it. Then I'm going to add this little pie sticker somewhere around here. On Friday, I have this little sticky note that I want to switch over to my winter traveler's notebook. I have a blue time traveler from Chic Sparrow that's perfect for winter and like the colder months. So I want to remind myself to switch over to that. I won't forget because I'm very excited about it. Then I also want to send out a newsletter on Monday for all of the Black Friday information, so I'm going to use one of these newsletter stickers I made for myself up there. So that was all of the sticky notes, so that concludes step 3 of my planning process. Step 4 is where I add in my weekly schedule. So I don't have sticky notes for these, but I know that there are things that I do on certain days that I just add into my planning layout depending on when I have events. So if I was really busy on Monday with a lot of appointments, I would move over those weekly tasks into maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. There are definitely things I need to get done, but that doesn't really matter what day they get done, so I can add them to different places. Usually on Mondays I do blog photography or product photography, so I use one of these photo shoot stickers from the novel Coffee, and I like to do that fairly early in the morning so it goes up somewhere around there. And then if my Monday isn't too busy with other tasks, I like to do orders. And then I like to water my plants on Wednesday. Technically, this little guy probably could have been part of step 4, the weekly schedule, but I was just in a habit of putting it down during the step 2, the standard sticker setup. Usually I have train nights on Thursday, but since it is Thanksgiving, we aren't doing that this week, but that would be another weekly sticker I put down. Then I also fill in my sidebar with whatever I need to get done throughout the week. And then I'm going to use one of these rack paper sticker computers. I like to do new releases and design them, and since our schedule is a little bit different, it doesn't really matter what day I do it on, but I definitely want to keep designing, obviously, so that I have tons of stuff for the monthly release. So I'm going to put this. Now we're on to step 5 and the final step of my planning routine. This is where I like to add decorative stickers, whether or not they are from the kit itself or they're just a little extra something to the spread. I like to do this near the end once I know exactly when all my big events are. So I'm gonna add some of these Coffee Monster Co. stickers. I think the food one would be a really fun one for all of these Thanksgiving activities. So I'm gonna put that one up there. And then we also are probably gonna go Black Friday shopping, so I'm gonna use this little bag one. Then I have these family time stickers from the novel Coffee that I'll use. So this stage is literally just putting down some cute stickers, things that I enjoy looking at or make me inspired to do something, or they're reminder tasks like these brush ones to get things done. Another Girl Let's Hustle sticker. And then I'll go through with all of the decorative stickers from the kit that I'm using for that particular week and put some of them down. I don't go crazy with these because I'm not entirely sure what my week is going to end up looking like, and I don't want to fill it up with decorative stickers if I suddenly find out that there's tons of things I need to get done. So I just add a few here and there to get the spread feeling more thematic without going too crazy overboard. So those were the 5 steps of how I plan each week with a little plan with me thrown in. I hope you guys liked this video and you found it informative. I would love to hear what your planning style is like. Are there steps to it? Do you kind of just sit down with everything and then throw it all in your planner and hope for the best? What is your planning method? I'd love to hear about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to see more videos from me every week. Give this one a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.